All right, Shalom. I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushai, Bahashim Rakakadash, double honors to the apostles and elders, a great millstone. Salutations to all the brothers and the few sisters out there. Unto thy foreigners, from the seed of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Shalom in the Hebrew, which means peace. I guess the spur just had me my eye on going on was with the banking system today. Um, she's at 223 trillion diversity crisis in as U.S. banks prepare for the bail-ins. And what's ironically funny about the bailouts and the bail-ins, the bailouts, it was outside forces. That's what it was. So that's outside forces that which is the U.S. government aiding the bank. The bail-in now is the people. So when the economy crashes, uh, is the money that's in our bank account is going to bail out the banks. So, and meaning that nobody's going to get anything back. So once again, the investment into this world is stupid. All right. Matter of fact, and then really, before I'm going to play the video. Let me get the scripture out the way. Habakkuk. Or was it Hagar? No, it's Hagar. Hagar 1:6. You have sown much and bring in little. You eat, but you have not enough. You drink, but you are not filled with clothes. Sorry, but you drink. You drink, but you're not filled with drink. You are clothed, but there is none warm. And he that earneth wages to put it into a bag full of holes, which is counterproductive. All right. So not everybody, sorry. This is really for Israel. Your Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. All right. Despite what happens in America, if you come across any of our videos, our main concern is the elect of the nation of Israel. And rightfully so. Rightfully so. So our whole life has been a thing of we always has a short end of the stick because the system that we trust in was never built for us. And that's the one thing that is hard for anybody to expect, because you work, you kill yourself, and you always catch the short end of the stick. You know, you go to get your education, you get your court, you do everything that society asks you to do, but you catch the short end of the stick. So let me play the video. I'm not gonna play the whole thing, and I'm gonna get down some more scriptures. It says
223 trillion. That's how much risk is hiding right now in U.S. banks that we know of. According to new data, U.S. banks are sitting on roughly $250 billion worth of derivative exposure. Derivatives being the financial weapons of mass destruction that almost brought down the entire global economy in 2008. But if you thought that following the great financial crisis, these derivatives were under control or gone, think again. They didn't disappear, they evolved to a pile that is bigger, more complex, and buried under layers of financialization designed to hide their true risk. We're talking hundreds of trillions, if not a quadrillion plus, in interconnected bets that are built on top of debt, speculation, and extreme leverage. But the trigger, it could be anything, but it might already be unfolding. See, in the last month, we have seen 3 subprime auto lenders.
I gotta stop it there because according to a couple of other resources, other people, the crash is coming in right now. This is why I'm gonna get it, but this is why this is why the scripture says, "I'll come out of her, my people," and this is why it says in Micah 2:10, this is not our rest. You know, for you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, you was brought here into captivity. All right, not to prosper. Despite you have all these other people saying this, saying that, you guys are this, you guys are that. This is not the kingdom of heaven. This is not the end all to be all. So those that get caught up in this world, look what's happening. All right. We've been saying that through the spirit, that this shit is going to crash. And everybody that's caught up in this, you lose. You lose. All right. So let me play a little bit.
Collapse, the same kind of credit cards we
So she gets basically, I don't have to play the rest. So everybody, you know, everybody's in credit card debt. Everybody's in some sort of debt. All this debt is indicating, which is you're borrowing money with the money that you can't afford. And we was put in a system where you had to borrow your whole entire life in order to survive. And if you're good at paying it back, you have great credit. I need to do this other show because I'm trying to make it short. But despite you have good credit, bad credit, you borrow the money that they give you and you do a good job, you still get screwed over because the system itself is collapsing. All right. Like I said, this is always about the same victims. Because when blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans wasn't doing well in this society, you know what ended up happening? The world didn't budge. But now that the world is crying, is about to cry, about to scream, about to do all the things, you know, and now everybody's is concerned. That's what always Jacob's trouble is the world's trouble. Isaiah 30:1, it says, matter of fact, I was supposed to go to the other one. Matter of fact, I could stay here. It says, Isaiah 30:1, woe to the rebellious children, saith the Lord, to take counsel, but not of me, that they cover with the covering, but not of my spirit, that they may add sin to sin. So the rebellious children to fight back, the people that's fighting, has been fighting back, that's trying to not embrace their destiny, which is are you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. You are the true biblical Israelites. You've been rebelling against your creator from the very jump. Your conditions that you are in is because of your disobedience. All right. That is the sole purpose of you being punished, is your disobedience that you have committed in front to the Lord. All right. Where it says that walk to go down to Egypt and have not asked at my mouth to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh. And the Pharaoh, which is the leader of Egypt, you have strengthened yourself. All right. You have given yourself into this American system. It says, and trust in the shadow of Egypt. So you trust in the investments, you trust in you trust in everything. That even when the bank says that if anything happens, you always get your money back, or which sounds good. All right. You went from putting money to the side, so now you're part of a system where your bank is going to be in your hand, and that's the ultimate goal. This whole entire thing is about infusing man with machine and total control. But prior to that, you've been under the shadows of Egypt. All right. It says, therefore shall the strength of Pharaoh be your shame, and the trust in the shadow of Egypt your confusion. And you, man, there's about to be a lot of confused individuals out there. Which every day I walk, I live in New York City, and you can see that the people's mind is not there because they don't know what's coming. They're concerned about the least most important things in the world. That's what they're concerned about. All right. Sirach 5:1. It says, set thy heart upon thy goods, and say not. I have enough for my life. So, like I said, for all you that's fully grasped into this society, that's involved, you know, you're pro-liberal or conservative, and all you putting your all into this fraudulent system, the same system that's about to collapse. All right, and if you're not, and here's a tidbit: you're not a part of the new world order. All right, you those that sold out and those that was a part of this system, yeah, you help aided, but your services are no longer needed after after the set reset that's about to take place. It says, "Follow not thine own mind, thy strength to walk in the ways of thy heart," meaning your own thoughts. Your thoughts, it says, I'm going to just quote it, Proverbs 3 and 5. It says to trust in the Lord with all your heart. All right. The Lord is going to make ensure to take care of his people. His main concern is about the elect of the nation of Israel, not the majority. All right. It's all about the elect. And it says, and say not, who shall control me from my works? For the Lord shall surely revenge thy pride. Yeah, like, when you tell people trust in the Lord, they have an issue with that. Like, well, I'm not going to control myself. You're just going to say, like, you're not of yourself, you know? You're the worst kind of yourself right now because you're involved into this filth, this world. This world's not made for us. And people are going to realize this real soon. It says, say not, I have sinned, and what harm have happened unto me? And it says, for the Lord is long suffering. He will in no wise let thee go. Concerning preparation, be not without fear to add sin unto sin. And say not his mercy is great. And all you mother effers, especially you churchgoers, will sit there and act like, oh, the Lord is with me. Because you believe in this prosperity doctrine. Well, guess what? No more prosperity. That's no more prosperity. All right. You're gonna be counted like everybody else. And it says he will say not he is merciful. Say not he's merciful. Sorry, say not his mercy is great. He will be passive for the multitude of my sins. From mercy and wrath come from him. And his indignation resteth upon sinners. And what sinners? Breaking the law, statutes, and commandments of the Lord. Those are the sinners that is speaking of. Make no tarry to turn to the Lord. And the opportunity has been granted. That hand has been stretched out for many, many of years to all Israel. And you know what a lot of you did? A lot of you passed by, a lot of you mocked, scorned, and said the things that you said. So you making light of the danger that was spoken of. Now look what's happening. The whole entire system is about to collapse. It's crumbling right before your eyes. It says, for suddenly shall the wrath of the Lord come forth. In thy security thou shalt be destroyed. And I was watching something, I was trying to get it, but I was Cardi B was basically saying how broke celebrities are today. They're not making it like they were before. So because they thought they were secure and tight. And yesterday a sister came by the camp and gave a brother a letter of all her dreams. And her dreams, she said that she saw celebrities begging in the streets, begging for help. So everybody thought they had security, they had money, they flaunted it, they took out their chain and just go to their people and show them, look what I got. And now look, you're about to lose it all. All right. This is the great equality that has been spoken of, that y'all people foretold. is going to come in the form of everybody that's not the elites being dirt poor. That's what's going to happen. And the Lord's going to destroy the majority of his people. It says, and perish in the day of vengeance. And the day of vengeance is at hand. The day of the Lord's vengeance towards 2/3 of his people is at hand, because you entrusted into this system, and the same system is about to bite you. So with that being said, shalom to the elect of the nation of Israel. Shalom.